Are you a USA Christian worker? Then I will tell you a secret that the Antichrist does not want you to know. The Holy Bible says the Antichrist will be a global economic dictator who will not allow anyone to buy or sell without his mark of approval. First, he will use the World Trade Organization to enslave all nations. Then he will force nations to enslave their people. We are living in the last days. The plot to create a global economic dictatorship is already being implemented. The economic meltdown in America was planned by the Antichrist and implemented by his radical super rich servants. He is trying to make USA Christian workers jobless, homeless, and foodless so he can force you and your children to take the mark of the beast. The radical super rich first used his ownership of the international companies to offshore the jobs of USA Christian workers to godless Red China. The radical super rich then used their ownership of international banks to create loan shark mortgage and credit card rates to trigger an economic meltdown. When the radical super rich use their companies to offshore the jobs of USA Christian workers, it is an act of economic treason. When the radical super rich use their banks to set loan shark rates and credit card rates, it is an act of war against USA Christian workers. The Republican Party is ruled by the radical super rich and supports both the offshoring of American jobs and loan shark bank rates. It is time for USA Christian workers to stand up and fight back against the radical super rich and the Antichrist Republican Party. Thomas Jefferson said that when the political economic system of a nation fails to serve the people, then the people have the right to alter or abolish it. Unregulated free trade capitalism is a failed economic system. It must be abolished and replaced by regulated protectionist trade economic democracy. The economic dictatorship of the Antichrist must end, and it must end now. According to the teachings of Thomas Jefferson and Jesus Christ, USA Christian workers have the right and the moral duty to establish economic democracy. To save America from being ruled by the Antichrist, USA Christian workers must take ownership and rule of the United States economy away from the radical super rich and give it to the people. According to the teachings of Thomas Jefferson and Jesus Christ, the people of the United States of America must own and rule the economic system of the United States of America. Only then will the offshoring of American jobs end forever. Only then will every USA Christian worker be guaranteed a good paying job. To help save America, some of the things that should be done are the following. Boycott all products from godless Red China. Search online for products made in USA, such as at www.madeusa.org. Work to vote every Republican out of office in 2010 and 2012. Demand a total ban or a strict limit on imports from godless Red China. Demand a 100% import tax on all imported products made by workers making less than $20 per hour. Demand that any time an American company outsources or offshores a job, that company must pay a $50,000 tax on all jobs not being done by American citizens. Demand an anti-loan shark law that limits mortgage rates to no more than 5% and credit card rates to no more than 10%. Demand a company-based minimum wage law that sets the minimum wage of any company to be 5% of the salary of the CEO of that company. Demand an economic democracy amendment to the United States Constitution to give the people ownership and rule of the economic system of the United States of America. When the radical super rich of America offshore American jobs and use loan shark rates to make USA Christian workers jobless, homeless, foodless, and dead, that is the murder of USA Christian workers. It is time for USA Christian workers to take ownership and rule of the United States economic system away from the radical super rich and give it to the people. Only then will every American have a good paying job. According to the teachings of Thomas Jefferson and Jesus Christ, we the people have both the right and the moral duty to take ownership of the economy of the United States of America. We must demand an economic democracy amendment to the United States Constitution. If USA Christian workers do not boycott godless Red China now, then USA Christian workers will become jobless, homeless, and foodless, and will be forced to take the mark of the beast in order to live. For more information, see my other YouTube videos and go to my website, votersforjesus.com. Thank you for fighting back to save your children from the radical super rich and the Antichrist Republican Party. Thank you very much.